Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max. We got another Pauper League here, and I'm going to be running back Black White Soul Sisters. And I just played this in the last video on my channel. So go check that out if you haven't seen it already. There was a lot of great games in that video. Really recommend it. A lot of close games. But spoiler, we didn't do as well as we wanted. So I felt like I needed to give this brew a little more justice and run it back. And I did make some changes, which is kind of what I do when I'm building new decks, make changes, see how it goes. So go check that video out. It's on my channel. There's a link down below to subscribe to the channel. If you like this content, throw a subscribe on there. I appreciate it. Below that, there's a link to the channel. You can go to that other video, check it out. It's Black White Soul Sisters. Um, and without further ado, let's get into this deck tech, what I changed. And I went through a detailed deck tech in the last video. So if you want a full, detailed deck tech, go check that out. But I'll go through this quickly and then we'll just get right into some games. Okay, I didn't change much. What I changed to start, I guess let me just say before I go into the changes, we're just a Soul Warden, Soul Attendants deck, so Soul Sisters. These are each just 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever another creature enters, you gain 1 life. And then you combo them with Blight Priest and Epicure of Blood. And these say whenever you gain life, an opponent loses that much life. So whenever creatures are coming in, if you have like double Soul Warden out, then you're draining them for 2, you're gaining 2 life, and that's only if you have 2. Sometimes you can really stack these up, and your deck is just 33 creatures with 3 unearths and 4 Night's Whispers. So your deck is just 20 lands, the rest creatures with 4 Night's Whispers to draw more creatures. So you're just all creatures. You're bouncing them and replaying them with Skyfisher. You're drawing more cards with Thraben, Night's Whisper, and then new edition, Dusk Legion Zealot. I actually just thought of this. I just wanted to draw more cards, obviously. Who doesn't want to draw more cards? And the downside of lose 1 doesn't really seem that relevant here. So I think this seems like exactly where I want to be, triggering all my gain life effects. The 3-drop of the what's that card called? I was just playing with it for a couple leagues, but the 3-drop 1/4 that gains life when another creature enters under your control just wasn't really cutting it. So I added 4 Dusk Legion Zealot, added a Rager, and then cut some of the Monarch cards, the Thorns, and just try to just churn through our deck with Night's Whisper, Zealot, Rager, and just draw a bunch of cards. Mana base remains the same, sideboard remains the same. Let's just run it back. And again, if you want a more detailed deck tech, there's like a 10-minute deck tech on that other video, so go check it out, and we'll just go right into round 1 here. All right, welcome to round 1 against Dean Machine. We're on the play. Let's see if we can get some wins here. I'll keep this hand. Doesn't look great, but we can make some plays. I'm just going to lead Soul Warden. Could lead tap land, but might draw an untapped land here, in which case we get to kind of curve out. Mountain, are we against Burn? Okay, this should be a good matchup. This should be the quote unlosable matchup. Because we can just they just conceded the match. Okay, let's keep going. 1-0 against Burn. I'll see you in round 2. All right, welcome to round 2. Once I get here, I played this person before, and they always say like Snapbolt poggers when I play them. See, this is what I'm talking about. Mardu Scout. They just beat me last time. They were on Elves. I was on this deck. This is the opponent that beat me when I played this deck in the last league that I 4-1'd. So we'll see if we can take him out here. I think Elves is a reasonable matchup, and we're on the play. Um, they say hi, mom. Oh, because of YouTube, I guess. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm assuming they're still on elves. They could be on some other list though. Just gonna lead Soul's Attendant, start gaining life, and they're on elves. Okay, we need to find another drain life. We need to find basically a Blight Priest. Not, they're anxious now. They're just messing around. They have a good time. All right, Sentinel. I should have always yes to the ability, and there's the Blight Priest. Nice. The problem is this Ash Barrens is pretty bad. I might need to cut down the number of Ash Barrens. I think I just unfortunately need to go cycle Ash Barrens for Swamp, play it. It sucks, but I think that's what I have to do. Because I don't want to just play Ash Barrens. So pretty unfortunate. Our mana is kind of crushing us here. But I think this is what I need to do. So I just, again, need to get this down. I have to be able to play it. I think that's how I win this matchup. It's just, can I not F6? Well, whatever. I'll fix that on the next creature that I play. They have another 1-drop. I mean, maybe this matchup's not as good as I thought, just because their deck just goes off so hard. But Blight Priest should help a lot. Need to draw land. Gonna have to side out these unearths. We have some fumes in the board as well. All right, well, this is also a pretty obvious line. I just need to go Skyfisher, bounce planes, replay planes, play Soul's Attendant. That's all I can do. Really need to draw land next turn. Play Blight Priest. Then I have a chance to win, I think. Not going to attack. I know Quirion's good, but Soul's Attendant is really where you want to be in this like all creature matchup on both sides. Well-Wisher's good too, though. They have 3 cards left. Red mana? Is this a Rebel Fort? Red. Oh, Valakut Invoker. Okay. They don't have a ton of mana for this yet. Oh man, we're missing on lands. I have to just play Zealot, draw a card. Not feeling good here though. Okay, playing this and attacking for 2. They can start gaining like an infinite life with their Well-Wisher too, which is gonna be rough. I just needed to play this Blight Priest on curve. Or at least earlier than turn 4. Now there's not even that many more creatures to play. They got me last time too, but I'm gonna get to bring in fumes. And again, if you're able to get a Blight Priest down in this matchup, it is huge. Well-Wisher is a problem, but I'll take 5 here. All right, start draining them. Oh, they can just activate this, like basically now, and kill this. Jeez, I'm dead here. I guess I can unearth it, but if they can activate this every turn, I'm like super dead. I don't think I really have outs in the main deck. Maybe this matchup's just not as good as I thought it was. Do they not have anything? 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Not enough to activate. Okay. They're gaining a bunch. And they can activate like twice per turn or even 3 times if they want to keep bouncing lands. I can get Epicure down soon. I wonder if I could even, I can go play like double Thraben and then attack with both of these. And then if they, I guess, oh no, they can just untap this and block it. And then it doesn't actually work. Life loss goes burr. This opponent has a good time, that's for sure. Okay. I can also play Thraben, crack 1 clue right now. I think I like that. Because, I mean, what else am I really doing? I can play Swamp, crack clue, play another Thraben. Another Blight Priest. Okay, I'm still going to play Thraben here. Just not enough life loss to get through this, unfortunately. The good thing is most of their deck is creatures. So every creature they play, lose 2 life and soon to be 4, and then hopefully more than that. But they're gaining so much. They're outpacing the life loss right now and making this thing bigger. I could block with a Thraben and then unearth it. I mean, I don't hate that. I get to draw more cards. I get to drain for more life. Could wait longer until this is bigger. But I get to use my mana now. I'm gonna do it. Another unearth. Okay, well I like my play. So let's go Blight Priest right now. And then unearth Thraben. Need more Soul Wardens at this point. Because we're not doing enough damage. And soon they're going to be able to activate this. I mean, I am gaining a lot of life, but it's, again, it's not enough yet. So, okay. They're just going to be able to activate this basically like now. Wow, they only hit 1 creature. Jeez, they're down to 30. Okay. They go up to 38. Yeah, they don't have enough mana yet. I'm going to chump again and make the same unearth play. I could also just like triple block this, but then I lose double Blight Priest. I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to chump. Core Skyfisher. So I guess I'm just going unearth into Skyfisher into replay Thraben and just play a bunch of things. Unearth that. Get more clues. Drain. It's not going to be enough here. I mean, I'm making a bunch of clues. They said I should start using my Invoker. Yeah, but they don't have enough mana, right? They might be able to make enough mana. But yeah, they probably should use Invoker if they can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't have enough mana. They can untap with Rangers, but I don't know if that's if they can. I guess I could have chunked with this. Then I'm just drawing cards. I just messed up. I don't know why I'm chumping with Thraben rather than this. It's just a mistake. Birch Wars. I'm making a mistake there too. Yeah, I definitely should have been chumping with Zealot. I can just double activate Well Wishers over and over. I'll just take here. What a funny matchup. Definitely need the fumes post board. Okay. I'll start by cracking Clue. Because why not? Ash Barrens. Alright, I'm going to cycle this for planes, play Soul Warden. I guess I could have just played Ash Barrens to crack another Clue right now. That probably would have been better. And then hit for 4 in the air. They are going to be able to activate this basically now. But that takes like their entire turn, and they have to like tap all their creatures to do so. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 mana, and then they'd have to double Quirion. They don't have enough mana. Yeah. They have to use double Quirion in order to do this. It's not enough. Yeah. Oh, 7. And then they're going to use double Quirion to activate and kill a Blight Priest. But now they really don't have enough mana. I just have to hope they never draw a Priest of Titania, basically. And they still have Well Wisher going. No attack. Interesting. Are they just going to use Invoker? Alright, well, they can't kill my Epicure. I'm just going to attack with my flyers, play Epicure. Oops. And then I can start cracking my clues next turn. Pretty big mistake to not have this going in and out of the graveyard, actually, because I would have just been drawing the cards and not having to pay 2 extra mana. Now they're killing this. Pretty sure I'm dead. I always feel like it was just like, oh, if they just didn't draw that invoker, or if they just didn't draw that one thing, I would have been fine. So do they have to double Quirion again? Or just single Quirion, untap Elvish Mystic? I guess I could have played this pre-combat. Doesn't really matter. I just don't think I can win against this. I have no removal. Maybe having like two removal spells, like two snuff outs, would be good. But yeah, I think I'm dead here. Because now I'm only draining for one. Their deck doesn't usually have removal either, but they just drew their one removal spell basically. Otherwise, I think we might have had a chance. Now I don't think we do, because now they make a bunch of elves, and now they actually get a bunch of mana for Invoker. They're down to 25, but they just gain it all back. So I think I lose. They also make a 10-10 here. Down to 22. I'm at 52. They go to 34. I think they just have a bunch of forests in hand. Start cracking these. I think I tap like this. Of course, got punished. Even though they can't kill this Epicure, I just don't think I can win. Because now they can just start like even double activating this soon, and eventually they just start they get a Priest of Titania. All right, well I was thinking like maybe I need more suffocating fumes specifically for this matchup. But yeah, I think we lose here. Like I always feel like, oh, if they just didn't have this, or if they just didn't have this, but of course they're gonna have something good. All right, I'm just gonna concede. I thought I conceded the game. Okay. GG's. Now fumes, strands. Because they could just go for a big attack and then we just get them. I think Duress is good at taking at just taking their like draw spells, especially earlier on in the game. Leave No Trace doesn't do anything. Not going to bring in Field Surgeon, even though they could have like Electrickery or something. I don't usually see that. Let's cut a little bit of the clunk. I think Unearth, even though it was okay there, they're not really killing my stuff. Could side out like just a couple core Skyfishers. Yeah, they can attack in the air, but that's about all they do. I guess they can rebuy Thrabins and stuff, but it's not really where I want to be. All right, let's try it like this. I like it. Our draw was just a little bit too clunky. Definitely going to keep this hand. I can cycle step, and then I can Zella, and I can then in any hand like with this, I'm gonna keep it. I want to wait on it too if I can. Birchlore, perfect. Love to see it. Second fumes, let's go. I just want them to play like a couple 1/1s out here. Play a whole stream of 1/1s, please. The fact that I have double fumes is so nice. Essence Warden, okay, they're trying to copy me. Not cool, bruh. All right, well, I might be firing off a suffocating fumes here, especially if they play another 1-drop. And there's just on 1 mana. Priest of Titania? Well, sure, yeah, I'll just Fumes here. Especially considering I have a second Fumes and then they're on 1 mana. Just gonna Fumes right now. Attack for 1. Untapping. Oh, they have a Dispel? Oh my god. Jesus, dude. Mardu Scout, why? Not cool. Not cool, bruh. Another 1 toughness creature. Let's go. No more Dispels. I also have Duresses for those too. They're just doing nothing here. I might even just wait on the second Fumes. I guess they can't have another Dispel here and then they're just on 1 mana doing nothing. So I think I am actually supposed to just Fumes. They can't Dispel right now. All they can do is untap 1 elf and then they don't have blue mana up. Or they can't have 2 mana up for... I guess they can't regenerate through this anyway. Alright. This is why I want like 3 or 4 Fumes in the sideboard. It's also good against like Boros Bully. Alright, we got him. Double Fumes. Drew both the Fumes. That'll do it. We had that win for sure. Our hand was actually good. We had more gas. And they were on 1 land. Dispel, so I definitely want the Duress. I think I like my sideboard plan. I think Unearth is bad. Unearth is like very good against most decks that have removal, but against very linear decks like that, it can be mediocre. Definitely keeping this double Blight Priest hand. And my hand's kind of clunky in a way. Oh, let's go. I'm playing Soul's Attendant over Thraben. Turn 2, I can go Thraben into Basilica and then just start running these out. So this is, oh wow, just turn 2 Priest. Ooh, I can just play a Priest of my own, but then I don't get to play Basilica. I think I'm supposed to just make sure to be able to play turn 3 Blight Priest, turn 4 Blight Priest. So let's just go Thraben, triggers, yield, and yes, yield, Basilica. I think I can attack. I think if they block, then they block. They're not blocking there. It's gonna be rough here. I need to probably draw Fumes. Duress. Interesting. I think I'm supposed to Duress here, try to get a Lead the Stampede out of their hand. Play Duress plus Priest. It's gotta be the line. They could just play a bunch of creatures then. But I need to Duress. I can't let them like play a Lead the Stampede or Distant Melody. Yeah. So I have to just take Lead the Stampede. And then just try to fight the good fight. So their hand is Timberwatch Elf Vanguard. It's pretty scary. They're going to make a bunch of elves here. They're going to play out their hand. Feel like I'm going down in this game, but I have a chance. They're at 17. Every elf they play, they're losing 2 life because of Timberwatch. They're at 15. So I need to draw Fumes here, basically. But if I draw Fumes, I think I'm going to win. All right, I'm not going to triple block that, that's for sure. Fumes? Okay, no Fumes. I could play Blight Priest. I gain 2, they lose 2. Then don't I just die to this double activate? I guess there's nothing I can do. I'm just doing it. Gain 2, drain for 2. Drain them down to 10. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elves, and they can activate twice. Might need to chump. We'll see how they attack. Essence Warden. Okay. That triggers a bunch of my stuff here. Are they gonna be dead? Or am I gonna be dead? I mean, I think they're if they don't kill me, which I don't think they can, I think they die. I can just chump with Raven on this. So they can double activate. Let's see here. Let's just see if I block like this. I'm taking, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this represents 20 damage. So 20, 21, 24, 27, 28. That's not lethal. And then I can potentially just drain them with playing a Blight Priest. So I think I'm fine here. I don't want to block with any of my other creatures and have them die. Yeah, this is not enough. If I did the math correctly, which I think I did, their last card's Dispel. So I think I actually win here. I don't know if they should have played. Oh, they get to gain a life from Essence Warden. So maybe I can't win. But if I draw a creature, I think I do. I don't know. I'm not sure. Because my creatures actually only represent 1 damage because they gain 1 too. I guess I could also draw Fumes. Might be enough. I think they're thinking if they should activate Timberwatch again. What a good match. Let's go. They're untapping the Vanguard. Why? For a blocker, I guess. Okay, there's Fumes. There's Fumes. All right, let's think about this. So if I play Blight Priest, I go trigger, trigger, drain for 4. That's not enough. And they gain 1. So that does not do it. But if I Fumes them, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So if I Fumes them right now, I kill everything except. Oh, they can activate Corian to save 1 more thing, but I think I'm supposed to just Fumes them right now. I guess I could Fumes them at end of turn. Because they might use Corian for something. And then I could respond to the Corian activation. I don't want to wait till their turn to Fumes. So I'm going to have to Fumes on my turn. I guess I just start with Night's Whisper. Let's see, 7, 10. They're going to have this plus another elf too. I'm going to have to do some blocking. Could just crack Clue instead of playing Night's Whisper. All right, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'll just go to my end step, no attacks. It's actually kind of brutal. Thought I had lethal, but I don't. Because Blight Priest is only. If I drew another creature, it would have been lethal, right? Because each creature I play represents 4 damage, and then this gains them 1 life. So I would have been able to drain for 6, but I guess I do play. I don't know. Not enough. I guess I just go land, go to my end step, and then Fumes. Yeah, I can't attack. So they can untap or Timberwatch Elf and then save like Ranger, which that might do it. I'm at 14. They're saving Essence Warden. Interesting. So now they can't double activate Timberwatch. All right. They're just drawing a random card. They have a Forest, a Dispel, and a random card in hand. They can't really play any creatures though. I might have to chump though. Yeah, I do. I have to chump the 7/7. So that sucks. But no more Korean Ranger is good. I also have to remember to crack Clue here. So actually, is Soul's Attendant just straight up better than Priest? Because any creature they play, I gain one and they lose one. So I think Priest is actually worse than Soul's Attendant in this situation. So if I block here, they go activate here, hit for not lethal. That's what I want to do. Because if I don't block, that's 10 plus 4 is 14. So I have to block. And I think I would rather keep Blight Priest in play. All right. Just block right there. It kind of sucks. And then I'll crack Clue. Hopefully draw another creature that I can play here. Like another Soul Warden. Actually, them having Essence Warden is pretty annoying. But I'm only at 11. Or I'm up at 11, so might be okay. This is a crazy game. Okay, that can drain for up to 2 damage. Land is not good, damn. It's not enough, right? Blight Priest, drain for 2, then drain for another 2, go to 12. Then I have to chump again. Right, just Night's Whisper here. That could even be wrong. Okay, okay, that's some chump blockers. I like it. So I think I'm just going creature, creature, and then tap land. I think that's my best line. They get to gain a life here, but it is what it is. I have to redo these triggers. I could wait. Use the ability. Obviously, I want to use the ability. So they go to 5. I go to 12. I have some chump blockers. At least 1 in Thraben. So I could gain 1 and drain 1. Get another tap land into play. I think it's just better than waiting. This is a tough game to calculate. I can't attack because they have a Timber Watch up. But also if they play creatures, I get to... Okay, they're Lead the Stampeding, sure. If they play creatures, each creature they play basically drains them for a bunch of damage. Okay. So I just have to block only the 7/7 again, and now I can block with Thraben. So that was actually a great draw. Now I think we have them, right? Because I just play Blight Priest and they die. Oh no, they don't yet. I need to draw one more creature. Okay, now we got them. So what order is best? Doesn't matter, right? If I play Priest first, it's worse. I think I'm not even gonna do the math. I think I have them because this is trigger trigger, and then this is a bunch of triggers. GG, like and subscribe, Snapbolt. I'll take it. GG's Marty Scout. I think they've beaten me the last 2 times I played them, so Suffocating Fumes got there. Eh? That was a crazy last game. GG's. Whew. 2-0. Let's go round 3. I'll see you there. That was poggers. All right, 2-0 with Black White Soul Sisters. I'm going to keep this hand. This hand actually looks pretty solid. This is just like the classic mono white Soul Sisters draw. Oh, against Tron. Interesting. Actually, don't really like to see that, but that was a good draw. I just hope no cannonades here. Flickertron or non-Flickertron? We don't know yet. We won't know yet for a while. Land for Blight Priest would be huge. It would be just so massive. Impulse. Looks like Flickertron to me. I mean, we're in the 2-0 bracket. Oh, Bonders. I mean, Island is telling me Flickertron. Nice. This gives us a chance. They're not close to Troning, so as long as they don't naturally draw a one of Cannonade, I think we should be in a good position. Next turn, we can just drain for so much. Okay, there's another Tron land. That's scary. Fogs. Okay, there's Tron. So now they have 8 mana, 9 mana. So they can Mystical for Cannonade and play it. When I say mystical, mystical teachings. Search for an instant for 4 mana. It has flashback 6. Let's see what they do here. If they play creatures, they also get kind of wrecked. I think I'm just gonna overcommit into Cannonade and hope they don't have it. It looks like they're trying to find stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna commit. Also makes it harder for them to play creatures. See, I can only play. No, I could play 3 things this turn, right? But I would have to go play Soul Warden, play Core Skyfisher, bounce Plains, replay Plains, play another Souls Attendant. Alternatively, I could go cycle Ash Barrens and then play like Priest into Souls Attendant. I think playing 3 creatures is better, right? Is that even lethal? That might be lethal. I'm not sure. Souls Attendant, start draining, then go Core Skyfisher, bounce Plains. Yeah, this is right. Math is hard. Is it lethal? They go to 7 and then they don't die, but I don't think they can play a creature. Because if they play a creature, they die. So they need to have removal for this. Draw a card. Oh, Teachings for Cannonade. Then I still have Skyfisher. So then they need to have Fogs also. Okay. 3 mana left. They have Teachings in the yard. Do they have Fog? Assume they do. No. Tron, why? If I had a lethal line, that sucks. But I'm pretty sure I did not. So any creature they play, they lose 1 life. They cannot play 2 creatures. They can Teachings again. They have 2 cards in hand. Unearth. Okay. So why don't I start by attacking? And then just Unearth Blight Priest drain for 1. Then they can't play a creature. We're going to defeat Flickertron here potentially. Let's go. I guess they can. Oh, they can flashback Teachings for Unwind here. But that's if they have to do that, I'm fine with it. It looks like that's what they're doing. I guess they could also just get like the counter target spell convert a mana cost 2 or less here. I mean, they do have creatures in their deck. They also have removal. But they're also facing down another lethal threat here. Like they need multiple things. They can draw some cards, weather the storm. That's cool. Jeez. Wait, how is it storm that much? Oh, they flash back Moment's Peace, and then I played a spell. Think I just play out this land? Not sure. All right, now they have time to draw more cards. Okay, they're drawing now. That's a good sign. Prism, sure. That deck is just so good. I thought we had him. Also, I've definitely played this opponent before. I haven't seen them around as much. They have no trophies? I thought they usually have a lot of trophies. Okay, I can skip my combat step. They lose one. That's fine. They can start flickering this. That's a good draw. Just gonna play that. I get no combat. Pass. I have a lot of card advantage in this deck. I have three more Zealots. I have a Rager. I have Quad, Knight's Whisper. But their deck is pretty powerful. Mnemonic Wall, get back. What? Cannonade? Oh, Weather the Storm? Sure. And then Flicker, Mnemonic Wall, get back Cannonade. That's just going to do it. I can't beat Flicker on Mnemonic Wall for Cannonade over and over. I think I lose. Almost got him. Almost got him. Got him down to two. That was a pretty crazy finish to the game there. I mean, I guess I can still attack with Skyfisher right now, but they wrath my board. And then Weather, yeah, they go back up to 20. And then they just keep flickering Mnemonic Wall, keep getting back Sea Beyond or whatever else they want. GG. The deck is crazy. We don't really have much hate for it. Let's do this. Yeah, Dust to Dust for sure. Because exiling their Pathetic Prisms or their Bondage Ornaments is where you want to be. Field Surgeon, I just don't know if it's good enough against Cannonade. I guess it is because I can prevent one to a Blight Priest. They probably have two Cannonades and they can find them pretty easily, so Field Surgeon is actually reasonable. Unearth is actually like, it's fine, but it's pretty clunky a lot of the times, I think. I think Core Skyfisher is not really where I want to be. Whoa, let's not get that out of there. Core Skyfisher just really doesn't put that much pressure on, and I mean, blinking like a Dusk Legion Zealot or a Thraben is good. I guess Rager is also pretty bad, costing 3 mana. I could just do this. I think I do want Knight's Whisper. I mean, I want to draw cards for cheap, right? Unearth can be reasonable at getting back Blight Priest, especially if they counter it, but there's a lot of situations where they're just, my board is going to be on my creatures are going to be on the board and they're going to stop me with like Moment's Peace or the Stonehorn Dignitary, and I wanted to try to drain them out. Could bring in Strands as well. Strands can counter a Wrath. It just might be harder to set up than Field Surgeon. Especially they're not like relying on Wrath. They probably have like one or two total. I'll just try it like this for this particular matchup. I'm still experimenting, so I don't really know. Do I have to play first? Yes. I actually have to mulligan this one Plains hand. I have a Soul's Attendant, but can't cast anything else. So, all right, we're going down. Okay, there's a Dust to Dust. I have to keep this on 5. I just feel like I have no chance. Okay. Can I draw Swamp next turn? They named red also. Wonder how many cannonades. They could have extra cannonades because elves is really popular right now. Yeah, just mold a 5 with this deck is rough. Evoke Moldrifter. I want to set up my triggers here. Always yes, always yield. Always yes, always yield. You just always want to yes and yield to your life gain triggers. It's just going to make, if you're playing this deck, it's going to make your life so much easier. All right. Swamp. Okay. It's a black source. They might have been planning to, like, I don't know, get that Moldrifter back somehow. No tower. No tower one time. I want them just to, like, play a Bonder's Ornament in a tap land here. They might Teachings here. So I think what I want to do is just go. Don't really want to commit into Teachings into Cannonade here. They have 7 cards. So I think I just want a Knight's Whisper here, as weird as that is. I'm going to attack for 2, then play a Knight's Whisper and probably a Baron's. It's just too punishing to Blight Priest and then just get 3 for 1. I just know I can drain them for 2, but I just don't think that's good enough to win. Not when I can save my Blight Priest and they might have to Cannonade anyway. I guess they could just counter this. All right, now we can go tap land and then cycle step end of turn. This is almost certainly a Mystical Teachings for Cannonade. Yep. I will say that was a pretty good prediction. Not that it was that hard of a read, but come on. I'm not going to just play Blight Priest into that. All right, they're going Impulse. They're looking for Tower. Again, please just tap out, play land and Bonder's Ornament here. Oh, they don't play Bonder, so they have Cannonade available. Just going to attack for 2. Duress. So I'll start by attacking for 2 because I want to get in for 2 damage. Then they're probably not going to Cannonade, and then I Duress. They Cannonade in response, and then I play Blight Priest. Counterspell. Jeez. I know they have Cannonade in hand, so I'm just passing. This actually has to have two targets, so you can't cast it with 1 target. Crop rotate for tower. Okay. Feeling super dead. Mnemonic Wall, get back counterspell maybe? Yep. And they still have Cannonade. Deck is just brutal. They don't have a flicker effect yet. Start by attacking, get in for 1. I think they're just like not. I know this opponent is a good player as well. I think they're just not going to play into like. They're going to play into a win here, basically. I think I'm bouncing like a Soul's Attendant here if they let me exclude. Oh, just counterspell. I guess they probably do have a flicker effect here. So I can Blight Priest, drain them for 2, and then I just get cannonaded. Feel like I have to. Otherwise, they're just not going to cannonade. They've shown they're not cannonading at this point, so I need to just do this. All right, they go to 6. Preordain. Haven't seen that one. That's interesting. Seems good. How could Preordain be bad? See Beyond into Cannonade right now? Or just Cannonade when I attack? Yeah, Cannonade right now. Do they have a flicker effect for this? If they do, I'm just dead. Ghostly Flicker. Teach. Oh, Mnemonic Wall, get back Counterspell. get back teachings. Okay, and then they can just teachings for ephemerate, and then I lose. GG's. So yeah, they teachings for ephemerate, then they pick up counterspell, and then they keep ephemerating every single turn. So GG's. 2-1. I mean, we don't really have hate. You don't really face Flickertron in the leagues that much. So is what it is. 2-1. Still happy with my play. Opponent played really well in round three. Hellsow as well. I know this name. I've played them many times in the past. Haven't played them recently. So GG's. And let's go round four. Hey, welcome to round four. Played this opponent before. They're usually on Flickertron in the challenges. I don't know if they're going to be on Flickertron right now, but I think they always test Flickertron, and I think they play Flickertron in all the challenges. So looks like we're going to be playing Flickertron again here. I think this hand is not good enough. I mean, if they're not Flickertron, this hand is good enough. I think I'm just supposed to keep it. I can't base my decision off like that they're 100% going to be on Flickertron and I need a more aggressive hand. I mean, this is a pretty value-based hand. I can like Zealot, draw a card, Core Skyfisher back Zealot, Rager, draw a card, and just like go from there. But I don't think I can really just mull like infinite here. Just to like try to get an aggressive draw, thinking that they are likely on Tron. I've only played them like once or twice before in the past, and getting coffee. Hey, milk, not much. Just getting coffee ready. Then you too. I don't know exactly what they're saying. I think they're just making conversation. I didn't really fully understand than you, but okay. Really pleasant opponent. I definitely remember them being a nice opponent the last time I played them. That's why I greeted them this way. Yep, Flickertron it is. Should have just probably mulliganed, but again, I know people play other decks in the league sometimes, and I didn't want to just like in the dark 100% assume they were on Flickertron, but in the future, I think I probably will assume they're just on Flickertron if I face Jake Helms again. So watch out. If you're in the leagues and you run up against Jake Helms, know you're going to be against Flickertron. Man, 2 Flickertron matchups in the leagues? That's rough. All right, I'm just going Zealot here. This is going to be tough. I'll probably go Knight's Whisper for a land drop now. Land? Prohibit? Condescend. Okay. It's pretty bad for me. Anything I played there would have gotten condescended, so I mean this hand just went from like looking pretty bad to incredibly bad because I'm missing a land drop and I have 2 5 drops in my hand. So probably dead. Land. No. I guess I'm just supposed to priest here. I could Skyfisher or replay land, but that's not very good. I guess I could Skyfisher, bounce Zealot. It's also not very good. Second Condescend. Oh, Prohibit. Sure. I'm fine with that. Now they're going to Tron up. Yep. Compulsive. I think people are playing more copies of Crop Rotate now in general as well. Untapped land. Unearth. Unearthing Priest is honestly not like incredible. I think I'll just attack, try to play Skyfisher, and then I can Unearth Priest just to use my mana efficiently. Don't want to bounce my 2-drop because I'm just so clogged. I just need to like make as much mana as I can. Exclude? Oh, Ghostly Flicker. Trying to find Exclude, I guess. Maybe they don't really have anything going on. I couldn't have done this in the opposite order, so there's nothing I can really do here. I just need to take this line. Unwind, sure. Into teachings for game. Into weather, jeez. That deck's just like so much more powerful than this deck. Mnemonic Wall, get back compulsive research. Oh, get back condescend. Yeah, I mean, that counters anything I do. Attack for 2. And then, what would I rather get countered, Skyfisher or Rager? Probably Rager, just use my mana efficiently here. They condescend, okay, I like that. Are they gonna let it resolve? No. They just need to tap properly. If they have a ephemerate, I might just concede here. I just didn't function. Also, this draw looked like a lot worse than it could have been. Like if I just rattled off some lands and started playing more threats, it would have looked a lot different. They're at 30. Just attack both. And then do I just play... I can just play... I think I just lead Zealot, honestly. This isn't doing anything yet. I don't have any Soul Sisters. So I just want to draw a land, and then I could try to Skyfisher back a Zealot. They're down to 3 cards, and they don't have Bonder's Ornament yet. Sucks if I just died a Flickertron twice here, but, I mean, that deck's good. All right, at least I hit a land. No, they have Teachings. What is this? Oh, Ghostly Flicker? Oh, that's... Did we know they had a second Ghostly Flicker? I don't think so. So for every 3 mana, they can just draw a card indefinitely here. I think I'm just dead here. I guess I'll play another turn. But now for every 3 mana they have, which they have a lot of, they can basically just Ghostly Flicker over and over and over. They have 8, 9, 10 mana. So like end of turn they can Ghostly Flicker 3 times, and I can't interact with that. I'm just off it. I can't win. All right. Duress, Spellbomb. I think I'm doing the same sideboard. And I think I want Field Surgeon. I mean, they're going to have Cannonade. Unearth, not very good. Sideboard, same way. Let's go. Let's go. See you in game 2. Oh, they just jammed. They just didn't sideboard, maybe? They don't really know what we're on. Snap keep. This hand looks great. Just leading Soul's Attendant, I think. Then turn 2, I can go Thraben Bounce Land. And then turn 3, I can go Blight Priest or Dust to Dust. This hand is like great. I mean, it doesn't get much better. I'll probably Blight Priest on 3 and then hope to Dust to Dust, exiling 2 artifacts on the next turn. Yes, yield, Basilica, attack for 1. Just like to play fast when I can. And then I can Blight Priest, train for 1, hit for 2. Could get condescended here, but I'm jamming. I guess I attack first. No condescend one time. Nice. Now I just need to draw creatures basically. Oh, going deep on the sweet island. All right, evoke Mole Drifter. It's fine. They go to 15. They draw 2. Could just consider bogging them here. I guess I just lead on Knight's Whisper. And then I guess I play Priest. Not playing around Cannonade, that's for sure. They likely only have one copy of Cannonade and they need the teachings for it, so I'm not gonna like play around it too hard. Be interesting if they go like Bonders, if I just go like Dust to Dust my Clue and your Bonders. I could maybe even crack Clue in response. They got Mole Drifter back. That sucks that I didn't bog, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go Zealot. Drain. They have a play? Oh, just Scry 2? That's a sick play. I don't typically see that. But I guess they're trying to find stuff. Pay 0? Yes, I want to pay 0. I think I might just bog them, getting their Pulse and their Condescend. Don't know if that's good enough. They went bottom, bottom. Maybe they're looking for land for that Mole Drifter. Kind of doing it here, but could certainly still lose. Draw a card. It's a Scoured Barrens. So I can hit for 3, 4, 5, 6, and then drain 7, and then draw a card. Guess I'm not going to bog yet. Guess I will just go play this. Attack with all, and then plan on cracking Clue end of turn. Another option is to double cycle Ash Barrens to thin and then crack Clue on my next turn, but I think that's worse. Oh, crop rotate? Jeez. And then teachings for Cannonade. Do they have enough? 7, 8 mana. Oh, just evoke Mole Drifter and then flicker it. Aren't they like dying to this basically? They go to 4. They flicker, they go to 2. And then they have no more colored mana right now. I think they're dead here. Oh, they're flickering a tower. Makes sense. And they go to 2. They cannot play any more creatures. They have no more colored mana as of right now. They drew 4 cards. What do they got? Prism. Okay. Do they have Cannonade? Please no. I guess they could also have Weather the Storm. We got him. We got a game versus Flickertron. Jake Helms, come on, you're going down, dude. All right. I think I just like the sideboard plan. Um, Leave No Trace doesn't do anything. I kind of want a second Spellbomb for the board. There's like multiple matchups where it seems like it's good. Don't think I want Strands. I think Field Surgeon is good enough against Cannonade that I want it. Because I can just not attack potentially to play around Cannonade. All right, let's run it like this. I'll be back in a second for game 3. All right, game 3 here. Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to keep. Sounds not great, but I can play a turn 1 Spellbomb, turn 2 Basilica, cycle Ash Barrens. It's fine. Dust to Dust is awkward in this matchup, but I think it can be backbreaking, so I think it's actually really good. Spellbomb. This can actually really disrupt what they're doing. Prism. Okay, where's my Dust to Dust now? Let's go float mana, Basilica, bounce, cycle, get planes, I believe. Yeah. Pass. Okay, we're doing it. Okay, I was gonna say it's good that they played a cave over another Tron land, but of course they play mine. And they have crop rotate here. Why? Into Mole Drifter? Oh, into Impulse? Okay, it's better than Mole Drifter for me. So next turn, what's my line? I could just go like Soul's Attendant into Field Surgeon. I think that's what I do. I'm not really gonna worry about leaving up black mana for this. I'm just gonna, yeah, again, not really worry about that. I think I'm going Soul's Attendant into Field Surgeon. Can slightly play around Cannonade. Just getting this down is kind of annoying for them. Potentially. What is this? Black mana? Oh, is this a Dinrava horror? Yeah, that's gonna kill me. They're bouncing my bounce land. Disgusting. To discard a card. Oh my god. I thought I had a shot here, but if they have any flicker cards, I just am so wrecked. I could play Priest. Don't really want to replay Basilica into this horror, so I think that's the line. No Ephemerate one time. Ghostly Flicker. It's also pretty bad. They're going to attack first. I can't block. I'll just take 4. Then they Ghostly Flicker, draw a card, and Dinrova Horror, one of my lands. Oh, they have Mole Drifter into Ghostly Flicker here. No. Why, Jake Helms? I mean, this is not a great matchup. Just because, I mean, that deck is still so strong. You need like land destruction for it. Teachings? No, this is a Ghostly Flicker. Yep. So they put their triggered abilities on the stack. I put mine. Theirs are a lot better. They draw 2. They bounce. They're bouncing my priest. Okay, I discard a card. Don't think I can discard Basilica. I think I just need to discard Knight's Whisper. It's pretty bad, but I mean, this card is crushing me right now. Bonders, okay. I can't cast Dust to Dust yet. Barons. I think I just play this and then play Barons. Could play Basilica here, hope they cannot flicker again. Seems worse than playing Barons, honestly. Next turn I can play Blight Priest plus Basilica. Taking 6 here, it's fine. If they don't have anything else, I guess they can keep drawing an extra card per turn with this. Jeez, that crop rotate. I mean, whenever you can't counter crop rotate, it's so insanely good. All right, I'm just gonna have to crack Spellbomb here, and then hope they don't have another flicker effect right now. Yes, use the ability. I have to do this. I cannot let them get Ghostly Flicker plus Mnemonic Wall and Dinrava Horror going. Can't pay to draw. Another Bonders. Okay. So all I can do is just play this. And then play a bounce land. Drain for 2. I mean, if they have nothing else, I could drain them out, like maybe even as early as the next turn, but probably not. Also, any flicker effect just kills me, and they have a lot of ways to tutor for those. The good thing is my field surgeon is okay on this board here against specifically cannonade. Draw. Okay. Not blocking anything. I know I could try to use field surgeon, but I just don't care about taking the damage right now. I don't think this game's coming down to that. If they're playing Prism, that's kind of a good sign. It means they probably don't have anything like urgent that they want to do. If this is a ghostly flicker, I'm dead. Oh, it's a compulsive. Okay. And that's probably going to find what they need, but there's potential it does not. Teachings, get ephemerate, I assume. Cannonade. Interesting. They cannonade now. Prevent a damage here. I'll tap itself. And then I can prevent 2 damage to one more thing. I think I just prevent 2 damage to my soul's attendant. I guess I'll just prevent 1 more to this also. Needed 1 more creature in play. So I still lose 2 creatures here. What is this? Another cannonade? Then they kill their own creatures. Scattershot? Brutal. Nice. I'll keep fighting a good fight for now. They killed their Dinrava Horror on purpose so they can pull some Marasa it back. Crop rotate for tower and then pull some Marasa the Dinrava Horror back to hand. Oh, bog me? Sure. Dust to dust. Okay, let's dust to dust then. And then play maybe even a. I could just play Soulward and play Thraben next turn. Exile those. It's so funny if I win this game, honestly. I think resolving Thraben is more important. So I get a card down on the table. I think I'm dead though. Any flicker effect, I'm just dead. Why'd they kill their own Dinrova Horror? Yeah, just to get it back. And they can bounce my bounce land. Just discard it. And they don't have anything left? Oh, they do. It's the flashback teachings for Ephemerate for teachings. And then Ephemerate next turn. Yeah, there's no chance. Not against this. GG's. They're at 20. Lost to Flickertron twice. Pretty rough. That's got to be a bad matchup. I don't even think bringing in like land destruction is going to help. I think it's just like you have to have a good curve. Game 1, I could have mulliganed and tried to have a different hand. All right. Oh, this opponent's. I played this opponent in the last league I just recorded with this deck, and they're on like this crazy combo deck that's gonna take forever. So that kind of sucks. Let's go mulligan this hand, keep this hand. It's not ideal. I think I have to keep though. Yeah, they're definitely on that combo deck again. Just gonna try to play incredibly fast if I can. They barely got us in the last match I played against them. This is such a bad matchup for us. Oh, it sucks to face this bad matchup twice. I'm almost certain they're on this crazy combo deck. All right, I'm gonna attack and play Skyfisher here. I could actually just play Scoured Baron's Thraben here. I think that's actually better. Then I can play Blight Priest and just apply pressure that way with a 3-2. Sounds bad, and it is, but I think it's better than Skyfisher, actually. I just want to get my Blight Priest down ASAP. I think that's how I win this matchup, by Blight Priest. I need to draw some more creatures that drain them, but... So, if you didn't watch the last video, this deck just, yeah, plays a bunch of, like, Fertile Grounds, and it plays the 4 mana enchant land that adds 2 mana of any color. And then they're just this crazy combo deck. I'm just not gonna like get too much into it, but yeah, they're this crazy combo deck that they just try to draw their deck with Splice onto Arcane and Ideas Unbound. And the Splice onto Arcane is the 1 mana untap target permanent. And then they untap this land, make a bunch of mana, and draw their deck, and then mill me out. That's their game plan. Not feeling like I'm going to win this hand. I'm just playing 1-2s and 3-2s. It's like this is like a limited draw here. Like I don't have any way to really gain life other than a land drop here. Not going to be good enough. These unearths are basically dead in this matchup because they don't really kill your creatures. Their deck is just so incredibly greedy. They're just trying to like ignore what the opponent's doing and then just go off. But my deck can't really apply that much pressure. It's focused on like, you know, card advantage and life gain, and then just like dirtling around. And then opponent just capitalizes on that, especially since we don't have counter spells. So, and they don't have creatures on top of that to trigger our Soul Sisters. So it's just, this is just like a nightmare matchup. Yeah, see, they're doing Ideas Unbound plus Psychic Puppetry. That's what it is. And then Puppetry just stays in their hand the entire game. They keep playing arcane spells, and then they keep untapping this. And every arcane spell they play, they untap. I'll let you see the combo this time, but I'll probably pause the recording at some point soon here because it just takes so long. They almost, they had like 2 minutes left on the clock the first time we played them, and they conceded game 2 pretty early, so... Takes them a long time to combo. They could also just play a snap here. They do. I mean, their deck is pretty cool. I don't think they can like realistically beat Burn in like aggressive decks. But I mean, it seems like they goldfish pretty reliably on like turn 4 or 5. I guess how can they really beat like a blue deck with counter spells? That just seems so rough. Excuse me, getting late. So they're just cycling through their deck now, playing a bunch of Psychic Puppetries, making mana. And now they even know about some of the hate we have. We get to bring in a lot of cards. We have Duress, we have, what is that? Destroy all enchantments that are the same color. Leave no trace. That's like, Leave no trace is probably our best card in the matchup. We also have Nihil Spellbomb, which is huge. Yeah, so the combo is a land that produces a lot of mana, and then Ideas Unbound plus Psychic Puppetry. And then they just continue to play draw 3s, and then they play Stream of Thought to mill me and cycle their Ideas Unbound back into their deck. And then they muddle the mixture for Ideas Unbound. And then they already have Psychic Puppetry in hand because this always stays in hand because they just splice onto Arcane. It's a pretty cool combo deck because Muddle gets Psychic Puppetry and Ideas Unbound and Peer Through Depths. And Peer Through Depths is Arcane as well. So their deck is pretty cool. I have to just like sit here and let them do their thing. So basically what they do is they keep doing that, putting cards back in their library, and they keep stream of thoughting. Yeah, they're stream of thoughting themselves here. So they're trying to get their library to be a smaller size and cycle in their ideas unbound so they continue to draw them. Then every ideas unbound they draw, it draws them 3 cards and makes them mana because of Psychic Puppetry plus Ideas Unbound is the combo. So that's pretty cool. The again the downside is if they go like of their deck is if they like were to go like Ideas Unbound and I just go like counter it. I don't know how they really fight that. It seems like they don't have any like interaction. They're just a straight up combo deck with no counter spells or any protection. So seems rough in those type of matchups, but against like a deck like ours, like this is just terrible for us. Literally just played some 1-2s and 3-2s. This is like a bad limited draw that we have going here. So it's like obviously we're not pressuring them that much. If these were Soul Sisters, we would have applied more pressure, but it still probably wouldn't have been enough. Merchant Scroll is also so sick in that deck because they can muddle for Merchant Scroll and then Merchant Scroll for whatever they need. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Yeah, when you don't have to take any actions for 10 minutes. It's so boring just to sit here and just have them like take 10 minutes to go off. Sucks, but it is what it is. Their deck is cool. Like I was saying in the last league, I'll give them that, but man, I did not want to get paired against them again. I didn't even think about it. Their deck is pretty sick. I was thinking at first, like, oh, I could play a league of that. And it's like, do I really want to like do this? And against any blue deck, I don't see them winning. Against aggressive decks like Goblins, Stompy, Burn, just seems so rough. They're just like a turn 5 goldfish. That's pretty bad. But again, we have bad matchups too, like this deck. We just can't do anything. Our cards don't really work. Like one mana 1/2, and then pay 2 to draw. Like they just don't care about that at all. That's so bad versus them. We drew these and we didn't draw any Soul Sisters. This is usually one of our best cards because it can actually put a lot of pressure on the opponent. They conceded? They fizzled? All right. Nice. Going game 2. Let's go. Leave no trace, duress, spellbomb. And I actually saw, if you look at the game in the last league, they brought in Shrivel, which I saw from a duress. Um, so I'm not going to bring in Field Surgeon because that does not stop Shrivel. It stops Cannonade. Um, so Unearth doesn't do anything. My list is slightly different this time though because I have Dusk Legion Zealot, so I have more card advantage. So I like where my list is at now. I could just do like this. Epicure is just like really slow. It's like they're not going to give me that much time. I need to pressure them more quickly. I mean, I guess the game slows down a little bit with a little bit of interaction, but I don't have that much interaction. I think I like sending out one Epicure. I've never done that before, but I mean, I guess Core Skyfisher and Thraben are also pretty bad. Maybe they're just worse than Rager. Probably not. Maybe I just keep those in. Core Skyfisher can at least trigger my Soul Wardens again and again. Not bringing out any of the life gain package, that's for sure. Don't want to side out the card advantage. Definitely not siding out Blight Priest, that's like my best card. Epicure is just so slow. 5 mana. Let's just run it like this. Let's try it. This looks reasonable to me. We have mostly 1 and 2 drops in the deck now. Anytime I brew a deck and I'm like working on it, and then I'm like, oh, this deck actually is looking pretty decent. It always has like a ton of 1 and 2 drops. It always does. Man, we can play a bunch of soul worms, but we don't actually drain them. We don't draw cards. I think I just mulligan this. We don't have hate. They mulligan to 5. I think I'm supposed to keep this. It's not great, but I have a Knight's Whisper here to find more cards. I could put back Core Skyfisher because it's like the slowest card I have. I could put back Thraben. Just put back Skyfisher. 2/3 flying isn't really doing much. And I don't really need to flicker Thraben or anything, so. They mulligan to 5. Let's see if they can function. They lead Forest. Interesting. So now I'm probably going just getting a Soul's Attendant down rather than Thraben. I'm not going to crack a clue on turn 2 anyway. And then on turn 2, I'll have the option of either Swamp Knight's Whisper or Thraben tap land, and I'm probably going to Thraben tap land. Okay, they have a Growth Chamber. Yeah, let's go Thraben plus tap land. And then I'll Blight Priest next turn. Then drain for 1, start putting some pressure on them. Again, they're on a mold of 5, so it's likely they need a lot of pieces to function with that deck. Do want to find some hate, like either Duress or Leave No Trace or even Spellbomb, but Duress or Leave No Trace is really what I want to draw. Just cycle muddle now. Okay, they're trying to set up. Please Duress one time. Could even Knight's Whisper try to find Duress. They got an Ideas Unbound. I don't think they can go off yet. I think I'm supposed to just apply as much pressure as I can. And then Knight's Whisper next turn. Because this being a 3/2 actually does attack them. I need to like present lethal at some point. Oh, they're going to play the enchantment here. That just costs so much mana. All right, let's lead Knight's Whisper. And then I can just Ash Baron's Priest if nothing else. All right. They have 4 cards in hand. One of them is an Ideas Unbound. They might have to try to go off here. I feel like they're going to try. Ideas Unbound plus untap their land. This is so sketchy for them though, because if they don't find multiple Ideas Unbound, then they just don't go off. Ideas Unbound plus Psychic Puppetry cost 3 mana, so they're really only making 1 mana each time they do this. And if they ever fizzle, they have to discard 3 cards at the end of the turn. That's the problem with their setup. Yeah, this card's super powerful, but if you have to discard 3, it's really sketchy. All right, what they got? What do they got? Don't let me 2/3 this league, please. Let me 3/2. Let me beat combo on the mold of 5. Do I have lethal? I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and then double trigger 7, 8. So if I draw a creature, I have lethal. I mean, they played an Ideas Unbound here, so if they don't go off, I think they die because they have to discard 3 cards, which is really brutal for them. I feel like this is another Ideas Unbound. It's a Merchant Scroll, probably for Ideas. Oh, no, they can't They can't merchant scroll for ideas amount. This only gets instants. I've always wanted to make a deck where this is like a key combo piece. I just haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, it's pretty sick. Peer through depths plus puppetry. The splice onto arcane is honestly just like pretty annoying. It's like just the fact that they get to just recast this over and over and I can't interact unless I have a counterspell. It's basically just like kind of an annoying what's the word I'm looking for? Like keyword, kind of an annoying like ability for cards to have because it's hard to interact with and you just continue to do the same thing over and over, just like Uro. But I mean, I'm not saying that like psychic puppetry is busted by any means. It's just a bad matchup for us here. But even so, they might fizzle here. All right, they have 6 mana. That was so funny game one when they just like they were going off. I was just sitting here and then they were just like concede. I was like, what? Was not expecting that. Okay, they cast psychic puppetry from their hand. They must have another one. I don't know their exact build. They choose to not shuffle. Okay. Ideas Unbound plus psychic puppetry. Just takes so long to go off. Brutal. This is my second league tonight that I'm playing. Again, I recorded the last league of this deck tonight, made some changes, recording a second league. I release one video on my channel per day, but it's like, man, I'm kind of done at this point. If I just have to sit here and watch them combo, it's like, this is my last game of the league. I kind of wanted to play, not just watch somebody play. I guess I should play a different deck then if I want to interact. All right, they go Stream of Thought themselves twice, down to 3 mana. They have 7 cards in hand. They're stocking their deck back up with Muddle the Mixtures, Ideas Unbound, Psychic Puppetries, probably, maybe the other Stream of Thought here. It doesn't really tell you what they put back, so it's so hard on Magic Online unless you're paying really close attention to tell exactly what they're doing. I guess I should pop the graveyards out. Just get that out of there. And then is this Ideas Unbound plus Puppetry again? I assume it is. Storm count 13, but storm count doesn't actually matter. They just win by stream of thought. And then just, oh, snap. Okay. So now I might not even have lethal, but again, if they pass the turn, they have to discard their hand to Ideas Unbound. So it doesn't actually work. All right, there's another Ideas Unbound plus Puppetry. I think they probably don't fizzle this time. This matchup is just so bad for us. Yeah, I think either they concede because they fizzle or we die. Again, I never know. I think some people probably would want me to pause in this situation. I'm just gonna err on the side of not pausing in general and not like skipping ahead in the recording most of the time. Because if you don't like watching this, just skip ahead on the video. This isn't a stream. This is just pre-recorded content. So if you don't like watching them combo, just try to skip ahead like 1 minute at a time. Because some people might want to watch this combo. All right, they're playing a bunch of cantrips. Ideas Unbound plus Psychic Puppetry. They're making a bunch of mana now. I mean, the idea of that deck is really cool. They just like this was a mold of 5 from them too, and this is their turn 5 because that was our turn 4. We didn't miss any land drops, so they're going off on turn 5. But also we just literally haven't interacted with them at all. So again, I do not have lethal right now. I can play Blight Priest Drain for 2, play Thraven Drain for 2, attack for 3, and then they're at 3. Even if I draw another Soul Warden, I have lethal. But again, if they cannot kill me, then they lose because they've played like 6 Ideas Unbound. At the end of this turn, they probably have to discard like 24 cards or something. And so it's basically just like discard their hand at the end of the turn. So either win here or lose the game. See, Spellbomb is pretty insane against them because you can just exile their graveyard when they're trying to shuffle everything back in with these Stream of Thoughts. Again, I'm going to let them do their thing. They fizzled in game 1. That's why you generally don't concede even when you think they're going to combo off. If there's ever a chance they're going to fizzle, you don't want to concede. Don't think there's a chance they're going to fizzle here, but I guess maybe. They put a bunch of cards back in their library. Maybe they put too many and they don't hit what they need. Maybe they just guaranteed go off here. Get Ideas Unbound, sure. Ideas Unbound plus Puppetry, make mana. Another Market Festival because they need more mana to play another Stream of Thought next turn or later in the turn. There's the Ideas Unbound, sure. Peer Through Depths Puppetry, sure. And then they can almost just Puppetry plus Stream of Thought me here, but yeah, now their library is small enough where they can definitely find the last Stream of Thought and kill me. I'm just gonna let them. I'm just gonna make them go through it because their deck takes so long to play. Unfortunately, I have to just like use the clock against them because it's part of the game. I mean, they're taking so long to win. I have 22 minutes left. I've used under 3 minutes of my clock, and they're at under 8 minutes on theirs. So they've used 17 minutes. I've used less than 3. So kind of sucks, but just gonna make them click through it because I want them to be under time pressure for game 3 if they're gonna take this long. I know it kind of sucks to watch, and again, just skip forward if you don't want to watch them combo, but it sucks for me to sit here too. All right, Stream of Thought for 8, and that's lethal for 32. So I go to exactly 0 cards in library. Just let these all resolve, and then I'm dead. Again, clock. I think clock is part of the game. I don't do any like real tricks to make them take more time, but I will just finish the turn. Just I'm F6. I'm not like trying to like stall them and make it tough for them to combo or anything, but I will just make them go through their combo and they kill me. Nice. 6.5 minutes for them. 22 minutes for us. See if we can draw some of our hate here. I drew a Leave No Trace last time I played them. Blew up 3 enchant lands and they still went off. So this is just a terrible matchup for us for sure. Maybe they'll just mulligan into Oblivion here. That's my plan. Please let me 3-2 this league. I don't want a 2-3. Just had a bad result in the last league too, so I'll see you in game 3 here. All right, game 3, we're on the play. No black mana. We have a Duress, which is really good in the matchup, but all we have is a couple soul Wardens. feel like I'm supposed to mulligan. All right, I gotta keep this. I'm just gonna go cycle Ashburns on turn one. I think I just put back a Soul Warden, as weird as that is. I think I want to keep my Night's Whispers. Maybe that's wrong. Going cycle turn one, Night's Whisper on turn two. And then maybe I just play out a bunch of Soul Wardens and Blight Priest after that. All right. Need actual action, I think. They mulligan to six. Do they go to five? They just beat me on five. No, they go to six also. All right. I'm just going to end up cycling Ash Barons here, but I'll just pass. I guess I could have played a Soul's Attendant to attack for one. I think I actually like cycling here. Maybe it's just wrong. I mean, getting it for damage is certainly relevant. Need to get Swamp. Okay. Tapland is actually good. So now I go Soul Worm, Tapland. So I think my line actually worked out reasonably because now I go Blight Priest and then let's see if I had played plain Soul Warden turn two, I would have played Scour Barons. Then I could have just played Ash Barons. Maybe that would have been better in the end. I think I just get Blight Priest down. I think that's better than like Soul's Attendant plus Skyfisher or anything. And they could have Cannonade, but I saw Shrivel from them last time. Okay, Fertile Ground, sure. And nothing else. Interesting. So now I can just play like Soul's Attendant into Core Skyfisher, bouncing either one of my creatures or a land. Alternatively, I can also go like Soul's Attendant plus Night's Whisper. I like getting down as much pressure as possible to force them to try to like combo off earlier. I think I just like attacking Soul's Attendant, Core Skyfisher, always yes, always yield. So they go to 11. I can drain them down to 10. Or if I bounce, like, I could bounce Soul's Attendant as well. I think I just bounce and replay land. So they're at 10. I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't think I even have lethal next turn. Oh, is this just an enchantment here? They're going to try to go off next turn? If they go to 1 and then kill me, it's pretty annoying. They got to play fast. They have 5.5 minutes left. And they haven't started comboing yet. Oh, do they have Snap here, maybe? Oh, God. Growth Chamber into Snap? Please, no. Feels like Snap. Yep. Snap plus Bounce Lands is brutal. Merchant Scroll. Get Peer Through Depths. So get Muddle the Mixture, yeah. Cycle Muddle right now. Get Ideas Unbound. Get Fertile Growth. Play it. Okay. Leave No Trace. Did draw a Bog, which is reasonable. So let's just do what we do. I'm going to Bog them. Drain for 2. Bog you. Attack for 4. And they have to go off with no graveyard. They have 2 bounce lands and double Fertile Growth, though. Peer, Psychic Puppetry. I'm just thinking, can they kill me before dying to their clock. I don't know. There's flux. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm F6. Oh, I thought I was. I think I just undid it. 4 minutes is a long time, but their deck takes a long time to combo as well. These aggro draws against them are just not that great. Flux is on the stack. I think I just discard 0 cards. Oh, they discarded a lot. They discarded 5, a bunch of lands. They have 3 mana floating, so they need to hit here. I think they might be dead. They need. I mean, they could hit Muddle plus this, but if they have to use this now, I think they are probably dead. I mean, I'm hoping. Their deck is sweet. 5 mana, 3 minutes on the clock. You gotta play fast. Fertile Ground. Do they have Muddle plus untap here? Why wouldn't they have just untapped? Oh, Transmute. 3 minutes. Tick tock. That's so douchey. Peer through depths, but no untap. I think they misplayed here because of clock. I think they needed to. Oh no, they didn't have enough mana probably to muddle and then on. Oh no, they did have. They have another psychic puppetry. I think it's hard to tell on Magic Online. Oh, that's their exile. Oh, okay, okay. So they are psychic puppetrying here. Might be dead. They have 5 cards in hand. They're making a bunch of mana. They're just playing infinite peer through depths. Let's pop out the graveyards. So they played triple peer through depths now. They played all 4 peer through depths. And they just muddled for Ideas Unbound plus puppetry. They have 2 minutes. Make a bunch of mana. Ideas Unbound. Either they kill me or they time out. Because I also have the win on board, so if they have to go to their end step, they have to discard a million cards to Ideas Unbound again. So they have to mill me out this turn, and they have a minute and a half. So it won't be much longer. I used 5 minutes and 50 seconds versus their 25 minutes. Okay, there's Stream of Thought. It takes some time to click through. I have 49 cards left in library. It's going to take a while. Compulsive resolves. See what some people do here is they don't F6. They just conceded. They ran out of time, but I think they also fizzled there. Um, Again, I'm not trying to like be a douche and time them out, but I think managing your clock is part of the game. And if your combo takes 20 minutes, you just can't play the deck because it's just like that takes too long. There's a clock on Magic Online, so you need to play decks that you can play fast enough to combo with. Let's go look at our list. So yeah, again, what you can do, what some people do is like you don't F6, and then you just pass priority at like dispersed amounts of time. But I think that's actually kind of like BM, kind of like bad sportsmanship. But I don't think F6ing and just like letting them use their clock and just try to combo as fast as they can. If they don't have enough time, they don't have enough time. I don't think that's bad sportsmanship because you have to manage your clock. But I do think messing with them, trying to time them out, is bad sportsmanship. And I don't like to take that route. I mean, it's part of the game. Again, you do have to manage your clock, but just trying to annoy somebody like that is a little bit low in my opinion. But anyway, here's the deck. I like the Dusk Legion Zealots just because it adds more cheap spells to the deck and adds more card advantage, which is exactly where you want to be. I don't know about the split between Zealot and Rager. Also, five Epicures or four Epicures might be too many. Five would be too many too because yeah, you know. Um, Also, I don't know about this art, but that's the only art. Um, yeah, this is a key card. It is good in some matchups. It's hard for Fae to counter it because spell stutter like basically can never counter it, so that's relevant. But five mana is a lot. We can get there with Basilica, but I'm not sure about the numbers. We could cut like one Epicure for second Rager. Rager could just get cut from the deck. Again, I did like Zella. Uh, I'm not sure what else to change, honestly. I think the sideboard could use some work. I don't know if the Dust to Dusts are good enough. Maybe just Disenchant is better. Leave No Trace, I think, is solid because it allows us to beat Boggles and Mono White Heroic, which I haven't been playing against as much recently, but I'm sure it's still out there. So I think Leave No Trace is pretty solid. Um, I kind of want a second Spell Bomb. I don't think I want the fourth Unearth. If anything, I could even go down to two against like the like lightning bolt, like the red removal decks. Unearth just like really shines. Bringing back this is so good. So yeah, this deck is sweet. I want to play it some more. I got some other decks to play, so I'll probably be switching it up and play some other decks for the next couple leagues. But might play some Fey decks. Might play some more Brews. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. But till the next league, uh, just like I'll see you then. Peace.